All right, welcome back to another episode of the Rough Rigs podcast. This week you're here with Mitchell and you're here with
Ravi.
me and Will just couldn't get our schedule sorted.
That bastard.
Split shifts. Will got photography shit on. Plenty happening. So we'll get straight into it. We played cricket on the weekend.
You did. I didn't.
I mean, you're half. You're half with there, so that's all that matters. We got beaten the first week, and then we just toiled around with the weather. Not much to really report. Josh scored a 44 or something.
Yeah.
He was on 42 with the last over of the day.
And just
Umpires didn't want to be there. Every other game had called it off pretty much. Even the grade game across the road.
Oh yeah.
But yet the Wheelie Bin Park cricketers, this team we versed, they were passionate, and I'll leave it at that, and they wanted to play.
Look, I mean, they're a questionable side, to put it that way. There was a lot of whinging in the first week, so that was the second week that just went by. But the first week there was a lot of whinging, and I think everyone started to get fed up with it.
Let's just say the umpires, once it was pissing down rain, were not happy with the tactics. One guy got a high-vis jacket out and started attempting to dry the pitch. Then he grabbed yoga mats from his car and tried to lay it on the pitch, and the umpire said, "What are you doing?"
That's
just
quite
let
insane.
the rain rain. He literally said, "Just can you?" You could tell he wanted to say, "Can you fucking sit down and relax?"
Look, from what I'm understanding here, it was like a couple of steps away from just hiring some groundskeepers to run the top over.
Oh fuck, man! I'm like, you understand? It's concrete underneath. You're not going to be drying much. There's not like there's soil underneath that can. Anyways, we lost, but on to next week. Let's get straight into the Ashes because it's on tomorrow. As of recording, it will be tomorrow. I wanted to try a little something with you, and we'll go through the team in a sec just because they announced it, 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
I want to ask 5 questions each of the Ashes or something to do with the Ashes, and we ponder on them and we answer them, I guess, essentially. So we'll go through the side. We got Jake Weatherald. He's been called in. Uzi, Marnus, Smith, Head, Green, Carey. This is testing my knowledge. Stark, Lyon,
Boland,
and Doggett. I think is going to be
the
actual order when it comes to batting. What are your initial thoughts with Weatherald and, I guess, Doggett being debutants and just overall the squad?
I mean, it's hard to leave Weatherald out after the insane run of form he's had. And I won't say insane run of form, but more the insane consistency he's had. I'm a fan of that. I think he's proven well over the years. He can turn up. We've seen in the BBL where even against quality bowling, he's had a go at it. And look, I'm okay with that. With Doggett, I've actually got a bit of a different opinion. I think he's been stellar. I think he's had a fantastic Shield season, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
And but the one thing is, we've seen other reflections, maybe not on bowling wise, because our bowling selections have been pretty, I guess you could say, similar in the last few years. But
very like for like.
Yeah. But with the batting, this is more of a rant. So could be one of the hot takes or not. Could be really cold. I'm gonna go back to Curtis Patterson.
Yep.
Curtis Patterson
could have been something
insane,
very special.
Yeah, and if we're going by how well Doggett's doing, it's like, you can't ignore his form. And when we were looking for openers, a year back or so, you had Curtis Patterson, you had him in this insane form, and he just was not even considered, or barely considered, I should say. And don't get me wrong, I like Constance, I think it's fun, but I think we've clearly shown that it's not the short-term move with something we're working for the long term if he ends up getting to that stage back again. But you had a class player which is true and tried, tested at the Shield level, at test format.
Yep.
We knew it worked, and we're like, nah, we kind of gave him the pass. But Doggett, even though he has been spectacular, and I think he will do quite well, we didn't give some of the batsmen the same chance as we did him.
No, and I think it's a good thing, as you are sort of alluding to.
Yeah.
For once, they're actually making sure the Sheffield Shield runs are valued over a season and not just a 3-month span. It seems like in the past.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, who's hot on form right now? And it's like, if we need that one extra player, let's chuck him in,
we always talk, and when I said they is a group of people that they always say you have to score at the right time, and that's how it very much felt for a long time being an Australian fan watching, Harris score runs at the right time, even though he still averages 40 something, I believe. One of the higher averages.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get you. I'm glad they're actually picking on merit over more than a 2.5 month span.
It took them long enough. That's the thing. And our players aren't getting younger. That's the thing. We've got I'd say, what you got? Correct me if I'm wrong, but apart from some of the, the second string teams or second tier teams, I should say, we have one of the oldest lineups for a very competitive, test side. We've got tons of players over 30, while, everyone else is bringing in, these fresh young new talent. Who we got? Sri Lanka, India have got these, budding young cricketers coming off. Afghanistan, but that's a whole other age discrepancy with them. But like that's the thing. Our players aren't getting younger. Starkey, how's Starkey now? He's getting to the mid-30s, I'd say.
I think he's mid-30s.
Yeah, Lion is also, there. Uzi, we know he's
30,
going.
37, Uzi, yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to, have his knees turn into dust.
Like, take out Lion because I truly think he could play till he's...
I think he could too. I think...
42. His bowling action is very chill.
Yeah.
Like, it's not demanding on the body.
Yeah.
He doesn't come in hard. He doesn't really field hard, nor does he need to, really.
No, he doesn't need to.
And he isn't, batting long enough to really warrant...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you 100%. I don't, for him especially, I don't think it's like he's old, get him out. I think you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
He's been very smart. And I think it was last year he was injured or earlier this year?
Well, it was the Ashes. It's
and that was,
the calf was his first major injury
That was
ever.
so jarring. I was like, this is so unlike you. I've never heard of that before.
I mean, I'm going to step in for my personal goat of spinners.
Yeah.
We're up 2-0. Lions in the side. Line goes out 2-all.
Yeah.
Look, say what you want, but losing a guy that you can get 30 overs out of a game and know it's going to go for under 4s and lots of chances with the top spin he gets.
Yep.
Say what you want, but,
I think
we look so different without him.
Absolutely.
Really
I think he's been such a key part to this team.
Yeah.
I think, and don't get me wrong, his stats have still been pretty excellent, but we're comparing them on Australian seam-friendly, or not seam-friendly, but pace-friendly pitches.
They're pace-friendly, yeah.
Yeah, he has to work around that as a spinner who, needs to stay in the squad. When at times, teams have considered even not using a spinner. Yes, they've had one or two at the SCG or wherever, but where we're not considered as a spin-friendly country.
No.
And he's cemented a spot, I should say, in the side since God knows how long now.
Forever.
Yeah, and no one seems to be getting close. Zampa, one of our best limited over spinners, isn't even getting a whiff. Like, I know he's not focusing,
and he doesn't play shield, so it's like.
But like, we have so many quality spinners, and
Kuhneman would be the one I would compare, and Todd. Todd and Kuhneman, but I haven't even heard. Is Todd playing cricket?
I mean, we got a whiff of Todd for a bit, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Gaz is back."
Where's Lion?
Yeah, exactly.
Bring him back.
yeah. No, I agree with you. I think full flowers to him.
So I put up a little story. We only got one response. I only put it up for fucking 6 hours, so that's on me. You guys are working, so sorry, but impulse. Before we get into our questions, we'll get into a friend of the show, Quincy. I think you know Quincy. We've shared the field with Quincy, very skilled cricketer. He wants to know predictions. And he's going 3-2. He didn't specify who, which is sort of conflicting because Quincy, I don't think is a fan of the Australian side as a whole. So I don't know if he meant 3-2 England or 3-2 Australia, but we'll just go with, he's asking our predictions and his prediction is 3-2 to someone.
Yeah.
So I'm also with Quincy.
You think so?
I think it's going to be 3-2. I really do. Injuries to Cummins and Hazelwood, the big horse, to start. I think that favours England, and as it should. You're losing a just war horse in Hazelwood who can get you wickets, line and length off the first ball. And Captain Courageous who can just pull a wicket out of his absolute arse and clean up any tail in the world. Of course, it's a big loss. I think we win this first one, funnily enough, but I think you're a bit naive to think we're going to win 5-0 in modern cricket, test cricket, in my personal opinion. England would have to play almost historically bad to lose 5.
I'm not
but
saying.
That's me. What are your thoughts?
I don't think it's going to be
3-2 Australia.
3-2. I'm assuming Australia take it back.
3-1 if it rains in Sydney. Which
but that's what I was alluding to. So either going to be 4-1 with England taking one after the series is done,
Yep.
or 4-0 where someone it could be us or them gets robbed by the rain or the shit
Yep.
weather wherever it is.
Agreed.
I think I understand, and you are right about the modern game being far closer than what it once was.
Yep.
I think how would you say it? We are still a very strong team, and I
Yep.
think people, we've seen, unlike a lot of other test sides, as I was saying before, we've seen the same people come in and out, where a lot of people don't pay attention to our domestic side.
And I get it.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're not a cricket nufty, like
that's the thing. We're not talking about. I mean, if I asked you to name, or myself to name, who's a state side for Uttar Pradesh in India playing domestic tests, I haven't got no idea, bro.
Same.
Like we don't know, and I'm sure they don't care about us.
Exactly.
But we do have some quality players. We see them coming in and out. We do get to see their games, and they're very, very good. The boys were warming up. The New South Wales Victoria, and you got to see, yes, they did well, but you got to see the domestic players, the Shield cricketers, play their game and play it pretty well against our international stars.
100%.
So I think we got a lot in the bag still. I think it will be pretty convincing. I don't think it's going to be like an absolute demolition, as some people say.
Where do you think, I'm going to quick little side question, where does England win that one for you then? What's the venue?
I think...
Because first two are going to be quick, you'd assume, isn't it? Perth into Brizzy?
Yep. I think it's going to be somewhere in the lower East Coast.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's not the SCG.
Yep.
Or I don't hope it's the MCG either. But I think if they're going to take it, it's going to be there with one of their bullshittery strategies, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
Whatever the fuck they're going to pull out.
Baseball or whatever they call it, but they want to call it baseball.
Shitball, whatever that nonsense is that they've got over there. I think it's just going to be one of those things where it's just England just turn up on that day where everything just goes right for them.
Yep.
And even though I still truly believe Australia will be the better side throughout the whole series, I think England might just need 1 day or 2 days, and if they get there 1 day or two, as we've seen in the past, if they get that 1 day or two, that changes the whole game around.
Yeah.
But if they don't, we'll know it'll be like a miserable, crashing down.
My biggest thing is for this Perth test, just make it to a fourth day.
Yes.
I just want to see a fourth day at Perth.
I want to see.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see Test cricket. Don't get me wrong. I'm absolutely loving the fact that bowlers have a lot more value in this. There was a period where it was going 5 days and we were like, shit, and the bowlers are just getting gassed. And even if it was shorter, you weren't getting as much value from the bowlers.
100%.
People were batting to 8 and they were thinking about batting to 8 or even 9.
Yeah.
I've got all-rounders till 9. And don't get me wrong, I understand that, players are more multi-talented nowadays, but that's insane,
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how much we've stopped caring about, not caring, but losing. We've lost the value about bowling.
100%.
And fortunately, it's coming back that way. And I hope, I'm happy to see that, bowlers are,
especially in Australia too.
Absolutely. For a while, our bowlers toil, they do their work and they do it well. But for a while, it was undervalued. You don't see the same value as you see it from the batsmen. But look, we're seeing, hopefully it's different days, but you are right. I want to see a bit more cricket. That's just me being greedy as well.
100%.
Wanting just to chuck it on, knowing I can come home or at work, just, all right, cricket's still going, let's chuck it on.
I'm just sick of by Monday, every time it starts on like a Friday, we're almost done. I'm like,
exactly,
God.
I want that one day to ease in. I'm like, how the boys doing, they're still doing well. All right,
Yep.
Monday's a bit better now.
All right, we're going to ask 5 questions each, and then we're sort of going to answer them ourselves.
Absolutely.
If you've got your questions prepared, we'll go with yours to start.
How about go one by one?
Okay, we'll go one by one.
I'll give you my first one. Actually,
yep.
Can I lead you off the first one first?
You
Because
go first.
I would like you to ask this one first.
Oh, you want me to go with my first one?
The first one, because I would like you to go with the second one because I got an excellent follow-up.
Second one to go
question.
first?
Yes, please.
Okay, so my second question, but we're going to use it as the first, is who are the X factors for each team? I want one player from each side that could be the X factor. Now, it doesn't have to be a Smith, it doesn't have to be a Stokes, but it can be. Who do you think is going to have that X factor series and stand up for both England and Australia?
Well, I'll start with England first because who cares? I think I truly think Root is in for a good. What would you say? Series, that's the word. Just kind of slipped my mind for a second. Right. I know he's had a bit of trouble here converting the 50s. Not a lot of trouble, I should say. I don't know if he's going to get that, but I think he's got the temperament, compared to the rest of the players, he's actually able to adapt a lot more better
Yep.
to whatever the hell we're going to throw at them. And we'll throw a lot of them. We're gonna put them in the works. We're going to
Yep.
screw with them a lot. But I think there's a lot to come. And I think he will maybe average 40. And I think that's going to be very, very useful. I don't know if it's going to be enough to win by himself. I think that will be very, very handy for him.
And for Australia, what do you think?
Australia, I'm going to go for a bit of a, I wouldn't say surprise packet, but I think Cam Green is finally due for some.
You think the sort of coming out?
Yeah.
He's been toiling away, injuries here, coming back, looking good.
I think instead of just...
Do you think it's more involving with the bat or with the ball?
With the bat, I think.
Because I think he will need to bowl at some point.
He will need to
give Stark rest.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He's not expected to be a wow with the ball. He's meant to just do his job. And I think that he's one of the most talented batsmen in our country.
Yep.
But I think he's been truly underperforming. He's been riding on the success of our team.
Yep.
And which is fine. I mean, you're allowed to do that to an extent. But I think it's time for him. He's been in the side long enough where I think he's got enough time to step up. Good conditions for him.
Yep.
He's back on Australian turf, so he can get some time to ease in, learn everything.
Yep.
And I think he's due for a bit of significant impact here.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Mm-hmm. Mine, for England, is a bit different. And I just have a feeling he suits well. He looks the goods, and I think he's just in the right spot in the batting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Smith.
I like that.
I just think Smith is in a weird little niche spot where he's always going to play his natural game, which is a aggressive Gilly type.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Gilly. I'm not death riding him like that because I don't think anyone will get close for a long time.
Yep.
But he's got that something about him.
Yes.
It's usually he'll likely come into bat when Lions starting to get into his work, so that'll be a fun little battle.
Yep.
Unless England are fucking 4 for spit, which
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
Could
Really.
be possible.
It could happen.
Yeah, it could be very much possible.
I think he's in for a good one.
Yep.
And I had to change my Australian one because he didn't get selected. I was going to go Bo Webster.
I still like that. I understand he didn't get selected, but
I feel for him.
I would have been on the same boat.
I really
as that.
thought he was going to average like fucking stupid. Like I'm talking like mid-40s.
It is very unfortunate. And I'm assuming you saw the interview as well for him, right?
Yeah.
He took it like a champ, and I'd be filthy if I was him.
Oh, he's so well media trained. Deep down, he's just
excellent.
wanted to rip someone's head off.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've had to pivot, and I think we're talking fast bowlers, we're talking this, that. Nathan Lyon's still sitting back there fresh. He's done nothing. He's played one Shield game, bowled 40 overs straight, it felt like.
Yep.
And went for 2s. I think Lyon's in for a big one.
Yeah, I hope so too, man. I truly hope so.
This whole thing of they're going to go after him, please.
Yeah.
Please do. Because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about runs conceded.
That's the thing. That's Test cricket. You know, it's unlike limited overs. You know, if your spinner has a shit over, you're not just thinking about let's take him off. It's like, all right, yeah, we'll just get another crack next
Cool.
over.
And you know he's going to be nipping at the heels now that Smith's the captain.
Absolutely.
Because Paddy's he doesn't want to push him too much. I think Smith's a bit different. If Lyon's feeling it, Smith will let him have the extra 2 to 3 overs or whatever it may be.
Yep.
Second question.
You want me to go, do you mind if I just follow with mine first?
Yep.
All right. So we've talked about the X factors. Now, who is the dark horse in each team?
Dark horse. Just no one sees it coming.
No one sees it coming. It doesn't have to be the whole series. It can be just for a couple of games.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see who's the player which you're thinking, not much is coming up, or you think they're going to have a good game or two that does help change the tide of the series.
Honestly, probably Doggett for me, just off the top of the dome. A lot of people, including Australians, don't know him.
Yep.
They've just found out he's a labourer.
Look, just before I stop you there, everyone in Sydney Thunders does know him. And as a biased Sydney Thunder fan, he's been fucking rubbish. I'm still a big fan of him, don't get me wrong, because I've got to stay true to my boy.
Yeah.
He's been fucking shit for the Thunder, but I wish him all the best in the Test side because it's now wearing the baggy green.
Yeah, he's got the better green on.
Yep, exactly. Maybe he'll perform better.
Yeah, I just think obviously there isn't much footage about him. Aussies don't really know. Aussies are asking the question to anyone, their uncle, auntie.
Yep.
Is he good?
Yes,
I'm guessing so if he's fucking selected for the national test side.
You don't get selected to be part of the Australian fast bowling unit if you're not good.
Everyone's found out he's a labourer, so that he's starting to win the nation over early.
Yep.
Blue collar man.
Absolutely.
I just think, Boland, he's going to do his thing. I think Doggett might just take a big wicket. Roots on 70. He looks unfazed. Out of nothing, Doggett just comes on wham.
Yep.
Just little moments like that. I think if he can nail that, I think he's done more than enough to keep his spot in the side until the dark horse and big horse or whatever the horse is now. Hazelwood and Cummins are ready to go. Cummins looks ready to go, to be honest, for game 2.
You think so?
I think they've just kept him out game 1, just conditioning wise.
I thought
because those net bowling sessions look.
I also think it's a bit of a
pretty solid.
It's a bit of a mental game for England as well, fucking around with them.
Yeah,
I think we should play around with them a bit, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, and then I think for England, I think it's still Jamie Smith. I just
no, I like
he
that.
intrigues me.
He's good. He's good.
He just there's something about the way he bats. It's baseball, but it's not. He'll take controlled risks, but then he would just niggle it around and. I don't know. I just think he's in a real good spot in that team.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
What about you?
I'll start with the Aussies first. I've got a more specific scenario which I think might happen.
Yep.
So if I'm wrong, I think it's going to be fucking hilarious.
Yep.
I think Scotty's going to have a pretty underwhelming start.
Yep.
Or most of the series is going to be a bit underwhelming.
Yep.
But he's going to have that 1 or maybe 2 games where he is the man. He's the one that they're going to give the ball to get the wickets. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 games. And he's a spectacular bowler. I mean, stats don't lie. He's been what? His average is insane. It's
stupid.
It's in the very, very low.
If he was Sri Lankan, if he was Indian, if he was Pakistani.
He's a guaranteed lock in almost any team. And he's a spectacular bowler. So it feels a bit harsh putting him as a dark horse, but I am putting him here purely because, 1, he's not established in our side. Not established, but he's not a 100% all the time lock in our side.
Yep.
And 2, I think he's going to have a couple of games.
Yep.
He might get a wicket here too, but he's just then going to have that one or 2 games where he's the one that takes those matches away.
Yeah. He's like a super sub. That's how I see him.
Yeah, that's exactly how he is.
90th minute, you need a goal.
He's your man.
Boland.
He is your man. And for England, as much as I despise this man and his stature, I think there will be same situation. I think Duck is going to have this game where he will take it on himself. I despise him.
I like it.
I think I hate him. I hate his face. I hate everything about him. I don't know if it's just because
he's 5'2".
It could be anything, man. He's 5'2". His face. Other things I can't say here, otherwise I get cancelled.
Yeah.
But I think I have to respect him as a lefty opener. And he does take it on. We saw him in the India series as well a bit ago.
Yeah.
He can bat and he does take it on. As much as I fucking hate how he looks and how he plays, I think he'll figure it out just one game or maybe 2, and that will turn the tides.
I have come around to that man. He was recently on The Grade Cricketer for like a little half-an-hour interview, and I was much like you. I was like, "Fuck this bloke, shit bloke, whatever." Pretty cool guy.
I'm sure he is.
But I hope he fucking fails.
Look, I hope he fails all
and
the time.
That. He knows what he's walking into.
Yeah, I mean that's part of what the Ashes
the beauty
is.
Of the Ashes.
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
Verbal abuse. Don't take it too far.
Yeah,
but obviously, give him some.
Yeah,
he is 5'1". So
gotta give him some shit for it.
I like that. Is it Zach Crawley that he opens with?
Yes, it is.
I think Zach's in a bit of trouble. I don't know. That's just.
I think Zach's always been in a bit of trouble.
I think Duck is the more secure batsman. Even though if you saw their media, you'd think that fucking Crawley's the next fucking
I never understood
Jesus
that.
Christ himself.
Yeah, and the same with don't get me wrong. I think Harry Brooks is also a very fine player, but the way when they first started talking about him, they were like, he was going to be the next Bradman. They were geeing the absolute living hell out of him, and I was thinking he's very good, but he's not that good. He's
crazy takes.
Yeah.
All right, next question. This is from me. Do you believe England will go after the GOAT Lion? And if so, how impactful will he be?
I think they will go after him. I don't know what it's called. I'm hoping Australia play because I know Smudge is very smart with it. I hope they use this Hungarian fencing strategy where you lull them into a false sense of security. I think Gaz is gonna toss them a few, get them into it, and then I think he's gonna just get into his work, lock them down, get them frustrated, and I mean, if you get frustrated while you're trying to play baseball, that's no good. It's just not going to end well for you.
I think they'll go for him too. I think if you're an off spinner, you're just naturally going to get sought after regardless of the series.
Yep.
Who you are, your stature, how many wickets you've taken. But I don't think it's going to go well for him. He might go for 60 in 6, but he also might take 4.
That's what I think it's going to be.
Game.
Yep.
So,
I think it's going to be.
I hope they go for him. I sort of hope they do.
I think that should be the plan. I mean, who else would they really go for?
I think Stark's going to be one they're going to really try and negate early with the left, with the swing, and good luck to him. But yeah, I think they're going to go for him, and I really hope they do, because if you're not being sought after as an off spinner, you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
But if they're blocking you, there's something wrong. Let's put it that way. As an off spinner in a
that's
Australian wicket.
That's why I think Joe Root will be quite successful here, because I think the GOAT, if you want to call it, Gazza, to him, I think that's going to be a bit of a fun contest. I think it will be Joe Root playing quite smartly, pushing him around, while
100%.
everyone else is going to go for some filthy ass hack.
He's just a good cricketer. Although I dislike Root because he's English, and it's only because he's English.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's just that time of the year.
Absolutely.
He's the smartest cricketer in that side when it comes to batting.
He's a very fine cricketer. And that's the thing, we talk about the Fab Four and then everyone coming in and out, but he's been very, very consistent for that side, I'd say.
Yep.
And for all the chopping and changes they've done for Bazball, I'd say he's been one of the most consistent ones
100%.
sitting in there. Yeah.
Well, he just, when it's shit, he takes his time. And it's not like he's taking 89 balls. He's giving himself 35 balls to go, okay, this is tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then gets into his work. Have your drink. I'll
if you don't mind,
I'll raffle up my next
this.
question. One of them has already been answered, so we're going to score predictions. We've already spoken past that. Does Australia send the Terrier, minus Labuskakny, to chew their captain's ear off?
I fucking hope
Does
they do.
Stokes get his ear chewed off by Marnus, is what I'm asking.
Sure as I hope they do.
And do you think it's a good idea?
Absolutely. Look, I know Stokesy is one man, you don't want to get fired up, but I don't think it's going to get him fired up. I think it's just going to get him annoyed.
More of annoyance. But then that could get the red hair flowing. That's not red anymore.
Yeah.
Few dyes.
I think it's hard to get the performance anger, I guess you could say, out of that type of like pestering.
100%.
If it was a bit of a biff, everyone's getting a disagreement, everyone's getting a bit pushy and shovey, then I'd be worried. It's like Kohli as well, when you get into that sort of nature, then Stokes, Kohli, that's like, this is my time, time for me to step up. But if someone's just pestering the shit out of you, you're not getting angry because of the game. You're getting angry because like, this guy's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So 100%. I think it's a different type. I think it's gonna be effective.
I think Marnus will be getting closer and closer to the wicket as Ben Stokes
I truly believe
walks out
so.
to bat. I think
Absolutely.
he could be deep somewhere for most of the day, and as soon as England are 5 down, I dare say Marnus might be coming in a bit closer.
Yeah, I think the helmet's going to go on. You're going to hear the stump cam, a lot more often.
We're going to hate him by over 2 of it,
absolutely.
even as the listeners. But we're also going to love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Marnus.
We're going to see, just like we saw a few years ago, was it 2018, 2019, I think it was?
Yeah.
Or maybe a bit later, when even Lion was fed up with his bullshit as well.
Yeah.
Where he just wasn't even dealing with it. I think he's very good at what he does. I don't know if he does it on purpose or he's just a natural pest.
I think he's just ADHD vibes. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we've all got something.
It's impressive how well he manages to piss off people,
100%.
and not just other people, his own team as well.
Yeah, his own
it's
team
a talent.
Like, can you go over there somewhere, please?
It's absolutely a talent.
What's your next question?
My next question is about Smudge and Cummins. Do you think the captaincy of Smudge, do you think it's going to be a lot different to what Cummins would do, or do you think it's going to stay relatively in true nature with how Australia normally captains?
I think tactically it's going to be meeting based. So whatever they discuss in the meeting, overs 8 to 16, we're going to bowl here just to see what he blah blah blah. But I think if let's just say Root gets chugging along a bit too quick, I think Smith might put a little bit of a sprinkle on the game.
Yeah,
maybe bring Lyon on 3 overs earlier.
Yep.
Throw in a random something over before drinks. A couple overs with Doggett for a second quick spell before drinks. Or something. So I think he's going to do his own little sprinkle and dabble like that, but nothing crazy. I don't think he's switching fields after they've discussed it for 3 weeks prior to the game.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We know how to win here. We've shown it for far too long.
Don't worry, we'll lose the first game in the media outlets. The Western Australian media outlet will be worst team ever.
Look,
sack them all.
We'll be the moral losers as usual.
We've already lost that.
Yeah, England's gonna go home and be like, oh yeah, but they scored at a slower rate, so therefore we're the winner or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then we got fined for overrate because of it. Oh,
yeah. Hold on, let me just move that away. But yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
But I do hope that.
What do you think? Do you think he's going to be drastically different?
I'm on the same page as you. I don't think drastically different, but I do hope, and I think he's going to put his own little splash into there.
Yeah.
I think Cummins is, cool, calm, and collected. He's pretty. He does have his moments where he does start to arc up, but that's more. He gets his shit done as a pace bowler, not as a captain.
Yeah,
I think I'm hoping, and I think we're gonna see Smudge get a little bit more fired up.
Yep.
I think he's got a bit more of a free reign this time. We've tested him once as captain coming back, and now it's the second time where people aren't against it now. I remember that first time there were still a couple of doubters. Most people were for it again, but there were still a couple of doubters. I don't think I've heard much in the media or social media where anyone's been like, no, we don't want him to captain or anything like that. Yep. So I'm hoping we can see a bit more fire at him, and I'm expecting to.
Agreed. Now, well, since we've used one of mine, we've sort of half spoken about it, but I just want to emphasise something with this next question. The team list for Game 1's been announced. We've said who it is. All your normals, plus Doggett, plus Weatherald, take out, Captain Cummins and take out the dark horse, the big horse, the bush horse, whatever horse he is. I've got a feel for Bo. I know we covered it quickly, but I really do.
It is.
Because that's pretty much what I've asked.
Yep.
I've literally said team list thoughts for Game 1. I've got a feel for the Sluggy. Is there any way in the world, if any injury to any batsman, I don't care, 1 through 6 or where he would normally bat, does he get back in? I don't know, and I don't think so.
I think it's going to be one specific situation.
I think it's only if Green
Yep.
pulls something. It's if Head goes down, I think they'll be looking in a different direction, but it's a tough gig because he's averaging, I think it was 40.
And saying an impressive amount and
good runs. We all laugh and say good runs, good timing, good runs against India, Bumrah and co.
Nothing. He was very, very, very solid.
Shy away from.
And I think he voiced it perfectly as well when he was talking about it. Old Bowie, when he said, look, if they're considering me as a specialist batsman, then I understand why I wasn't chosen. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. But also, he's very handy with the ball. Like, I think, I actually quite liked him,
Same.
bowling. We needed something of that.
We did. Yeah. And I just feel for him a bit. It's sort of like a Boland-esque feeling. Like, he can be selected any test.
Absolutely.
At the moment, especially, he'd only go off what you've seen, and what you've seen is very good cricket.
Yes.
And very controlled cricket. Even when he's playing and missing, he just sits back, takes his time, gets back into it. There's no... Yeah, very mature. Your next question?
My next question... Oh, I just forgot. I just had it for a second.
I can hit you with my last one since I've...
Go for it.
Are you buying into the narrative of the Australian team is old, or are you just going... Can everyone just fucking relax?
I mean, I think...
Age is a number, and we're looking for the now. We're not looking for 3 years from now yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we should choose because of age. I don't just because someone's 30, 30 in their 30s, we should say, oh fuck him, we're not
face
gonna
value,
play.
Score value, number
that's
value.
The thing. We should look for face value. But the thing is, you can't deny and just be like hide the fact there's like, oh, they are 40. You have to be aware for the next preparation and stuff like that. So when we think, as you said, I think they've handled Aussie's case very well. Yep. Where we knew he was going to play. He was a lock. This guy is, once again, his knees are about to turn into, or his bones are about to turn into dust. He's old. I love Aussie. I love him with all my heart. Yep. But he's old. And we know he's retiring soon. He hasn't even announced anything, but we can all say that he's his final Ashes. I think
most likely.
Fuck,
he's averaging 40, mid-44s.
Mate, the papers are saying it like he's going to be buried tomorrow or some shit like that.
Get him out.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Cremation.
I'm okay with that sort of treatment. You've and mind you, he hasn't said against it either. Yeah. Like he hasn't denied it, saying I'll keep playing. But I don't mind that. He's going to play. You've accepted that he's old, but he's still part of it. You treat him like an Australian cricketer. You're not weaning him out. It's not his. I mean, technically it is his farewell tour, but it's not like it was Warney or Langer or anyone like that, where he's got to get a whole thanks Warney, and even if he plays shit, he's still going to be standing ovation. He's going to be he's playing because he deserves a shot on the side. So I think people have bought the narrative, but I think it's fucking stupid because
100%.
Our best players, our players which have been stepping up. The ones responding to the call have been the ones that are older fellas. I'm not saying that our younger fellas are rubbish. I think they're very, very good, and I think that we'll have the time to shine, as we've been seeing in the limited overs games. But I think that currently, our seasoned veterans are the way to go. They're the ones that have been chosen.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
I like the thoughts. You got any more?
Yeah,
I've got
I
one
do.
to finish just because I've added one in my head.
I do. This comes back to what's it? Uzi. It comes back to Uzi, all the openers.
I think we might be heading in the same question direction here.
Yes, but also no.
I think we might, though. I have this feeling. Hit me with it.
I'm sorry, because we were partially discussing this. Not one, but I'm going to go into crisis mode here.
Crisis mode.
Yeah.
Shit's hit the fan.
Shit's at the fan.
We've won by innings and shit's hit the fan. No jokes.
Not even that.
I'm joking.
We've fucked it over. Somehow we've scraped through the first few matches or whatever it is. Maybe we've lost, drawn, whatever it is.
Yep.
Weatherall's not performing.
Yep.
Uzi's not performing.
Yep.
Uzi's decided, he's spoken quietly saying, get me out of here.
Yep.
Weatherall's going to get the drop. Not only do we need one opener to take the spot, we need two.
Yep.
What do we do in this situation?
Well, I've just seen the report that Mitch Marsh is going back to WA at the moment for Shield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a Australia cricket directive, as in, hey mate, do you mind just getting some reps in with the red ball?
Yeah.
And because he's, well liked by the Australian public and he's always been a team guy first, I dare say he would have said yes even if they asked him to do a backflip.
Yeah.
Every ball.
I mean, look, I really warmed up to Mitch Marsh. I mean,
100%. How could you not?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, everyone loves him.
Blake's
the Bison. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's earned it well. He's copped the flack. He's done his time, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
And yes, he may have got one too many chances, but he's proven himself. You look at him now. He's almost a staple now.
100%.
A white ball squad, and he's fucking good. He's always been good.
Captain, mate. You can't.
Exactly.
You're not captaining a short ball side if you're
Yeah.
not a guy they see for the future and trying to develop the squad you've got. I think he could be a dark horse shout by game 3, game 4.
Yeah.
If it's really that bad, I think Renshaw, they're trying to prime him for a just in case because of that left hand. I don't know about the other one. Would you move Marnus up and get Bo Webster back in? Would you take that risk?
Yeah, I would think that's what we would have done. I think Marnus has faced enough of the new ball.
Yep.
Where I know he hasn't shown it fully, but I think he's faced enough of the new ball. He and overseas, too open. I don't like that. It's not my first choice. But I think in an emergency, that's why I say in an emergency. So this is dire things happening. We've got to make crazy choices.
David Warner's hit the group chat. Dire statement. I can do it. No.
David Warner's.
Put your suit on and head up to the commentary box.
Sending an email, getting the pads on and everything.
Yeah.
I'm in full agreement with you. I think I've also ruined Renshaw. So this is going to be another rant, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
I think we've screwed over Renshaw. I understand he had a shit run of form, and we've put him into a situation where we made it feel like he was never going to be selected again for the Test squad.
Yep.
So he adapted. He changed his whole batting style. He went from a very traditional take your time to playing whatever the hell he needs to in BBL. And he's been doing all right in BBL. I don't think he's amazing, but he's doing well enough to stay in the squad. He's got enough of an international rep name to do it, and he's good enough for the BBL. But his play style's completely different now.
Yeah, he's a change man.
He's a change man, and I don't think for Test it's better.
For a good thing, like you got to change and evolve.
Well, you got it. Otherwise, it wasn't relevant to the
Do you
sport.
want to hear my spicy take?
Please do.
It's like stupid, and like everyone's going to call me biased and fucking.
No, go for it.
I think the 3 batters that are sniffing, if like I'm talking injury, something bad happens to someone. Like I'm talking.
I think I know one of them.
I'm talking bad.
I know.
It's bad, like middle order vibes.
Yep,
like Smith gets a little hammy or something. Marnus gets a hammy or something. I think Renshaw's there or thereabouts. I think Harris is always there or thereabouts. He's still averaging 40 odd. So
yeah.
I don't get how he's not even thought of.
I think it was done. I know everyone's like, oh, he got a couple of chances here and there, but he earned those chances.
I know. He didn't just get a free spot.
Yeah, exactly. He's been a gun and shield for Weatherall for fuck knows how long, man.
Forever.
Yeah.
And the other one, I truly believe. I can see VJ just fucking shaking his head right now. I think if I'm only talking like Smith, Head, Marnus. That's it.
Yep.
Like they're the 3 that get injured, or something goes wrong, mental health leave, something happens. It's who knows? It could happen. We've seen Pat Cummins have to leave a Test match for it. I think Petey Hanscom can always be a how do I word this? You know what you're going to get at his age, and he's producing runs often, if that makes sense. If you get what I'm trying to say. Look, he's nowhere near the level of Smith head, but he's been there in the setup before. He literally did this job when Smith got booted for his little.
Yeah.
I'm the captain of the ship, and I'm just going down with this. And I'm still a bit annoyed. Didn't deserve to lose his spot, and never really got a chance to fight for it back.
Look,
ever.
I understand that. I think I know you love him. He's your boy.
Because I don't know who is after those two when you in that middle order. I'm just thinking middle order vibes.
It does start to get a bit tricky.
Because Bo's like that lower middle order.
Yeah.
Carey is a keeper that's never going to move.
That's why. Do we start talking about? Do we have that double wicket keeper and someone what's the word? Someone else just acts as a fielder.
You don't want to throw in Constance because that's just pressure galore.
Yeah, well, I'll get to you because that is one of my questions.
Who are your three? Who are your three?
So if I had to
Crisis,
three,
let's go on opener in the middle order.
I am going runners as well.
Yeah.
I think that was excellent. And I think yes, Bo. For the last one, this is a tricky one.
It's a weird one, eh?
Yeah,
that middle order is so weird.
This is where I would have said, I know we've been experimenting a little bit when we had the time, but I'd say bring Inglis in. We know he plays international.
Yep.
I know, he's not as ready for the international red ball game, as Carey is, but I think he's shown well enough that he's a classy enough player. We've seen some amazing batting by him.
Yeah,
and
I actually don't mind that. I don't really think of that angle.
That's the thing. He's well forgotten because we've.
And I love him, so that's weird. It's weird for me to forget him.
No, he's
well my new Hanscom essentially.
Exactly. He's an excellent player, and the thing is, if we want to build up these players, you give them the shot they have. But then once again, this is as we were saying, emergencies. This is everything's going to shits.
I like it.
Yeah.
I actually really like that.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it too. Because Carey's never losing his spot. He's one of the tidiest glovemen in the world at the moment.
Absolutely.
And he scores clutch runs. People never talk about it.
He's very, as you say, he's very, very critical. And, in the time when, bowling's tough, the field's really tight, he still manages to find runs. And not only that, he bats with lower order batsmen. So that means there's a lot more pressure on him to 100%. Force those runs. And that's really hard. Most cricketers, I think you can understand. When I know for us lower grades, it's not as it's not as prominent because everyone's a shit batter, including themselves. But
this bloke averages 40. Yeah, he got out twice last week for 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone does their own shit, but he managed to make it work, and he does that consistently. And
all the time.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
He is your Mr. Never Fail.
He sacrificed 100 to get a win.
Absolutely.
Once.
And I don't think we appreciate it enough. I was very critical of his glove work against spin before, but I don't know what he's done in the last few years. He's fixed that up amazingly, and I could not, I'm so happy for that. I forget Was it the Windies? I can't remember.
I want to say it was, and he still got some portion of his fingers to it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
how have you got there?
It's very, very, very impressive.
He's very underrated, and I think, I hope he does well because I love Carey.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm out of questions.
I got a couple. They've come flooding back to me. Fortunately, I knew I had them.
This is good.
So, talking about a boy, that's why I didn't want to talk too much about him yet because we can talk more about him after. Sexy Sammy Constas.
Let him develop.
Yeah,
he can't.
It's a very, very, very tricky situation with him.
Too much pressure.
A lot of people said bring him back. Well, not a lot. A few people said bring him back. I disagree. I want to know your opinions on Sam Constas's come into the side and also his grand exit. I want to know how you feel before I say one.
A cool selection in the first place against India. Boomer's fucking boomering Uzi, boomering everyone.
Yep.
And then they were just like, fuck it, let's put in some irrational 20-year-old, and I love it. It worked. Would have liked to see more, but that's just me being Australian, and that's what we've been raised with.
Yep.
Shout out the War Brothers. That's your fault for winning everything.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a good selection, and I also think it was a good time to... I wouldn't say he got dropped, but he essentially did. Everyone was saying it was nothing serious. We hadn't won in Sri Lanka in fucking God knows how long.
Yeah.
And... it was a must-win, really. Like a test championship points on the line. I think we needed to win after someone. I think England bottled a match against someone they shouldn't have. New Zealand, I want to say, or India bottled a match against New Zealand. Something
India,
random that we needed to win at least one of them now. So it was like, fuck. Now we have to, take this seriously. I think every international team should get taken seriously. It's 2025.
Absolutely.
I'd say Zimbabwe are probably the weakest side in the world, and they're not that bad anymore.
No, they've still got classy players.
That's saying something. So I think dropping's fair, and I think he will need a year or two summers of just Sheffield Shield grinding it out.
Yes.
I don't think it's a technique issue. I think it's a mental staying in the game sometimes. I feel like he's in a rush.
Thank you. I'm very happy you said that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being in a rush. I don't think his hand-eye coordination can match what he's trying to do.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
I know. I think you've put that perfectly.
He's got all the shots. He's got them.
Yeah, he's a very talented. And the thing is, he absolutely earned his spot in the game.
Reminds me of Pekovsky a lot.
He does. The biggest what if to come.
I don't want to talk.
But that's another unfortunate situation.
What a bloke.
Yeah.
He would have been on the side.
He would have been excellent.
6,000 runs by now.
He would have been excellent. Going back to Sexy Sammy though.
Yep.
Just for context, by the way, why he's well known as Sexy Sammy is for anyone who's a Sydney Thunder fan. If you ever go on the Instagram page, there's this one guy that has made a page called the Sexy Sammy Consist fan page, and every single post that's got Sam Consist on it, he's always just saying, "I love my boy Sexy Sammy," and like glazing the shit out of him. So,
you know what concerns me? That's either a 38-year-old man or a 16-year-old boy.
And you know what?
Concerning.
Go for it. Whatever.
But either way, it's concerning.
I think it's humorous to an extent, but very concerning.
So it's like concerning in a meme way.
It is a deep obsession because like within like 5 minutes of the Consist picture / whatever relevancy it is.
He's got
post,
the fucking.
It's already there.
He's got the post notified.
Yeah, I think he has. So it's insane. It is truly insane.
It's a 6-man operation. It is. Shared account.
Yeah, everyone's monitoring it and so. But that's the context for why I call him Sexy Sammy. But
that's awesome.
Going back to him, I think we have. Pardon me, spat all over the place.
That's right.
We fucked him over a bit. I think as a mentality. I think what he did against Bumrah was awesome. I think I had massive balls, but I don't think. We should have G'd him up as the next fucking Michael Jordan of cricket.
Yeah.
He made a very fun 50, but it was a 50. He's an opening bat. We took him in because he has talent, and the 50 was great, but he didn't do much after that. He sold himself out. It's like who's that cunt right now? Jake Fraser McGurk, but on a test level. That's how I feel about it. Where what to go? Buckets of talent. McGurk in the BBL was absolutely pummeling the shit out of everyone, but he just couldn't find that same timing, that same strength, or whatever you want to call it, maybe just talent if you need to call it that.
Yep.
In the international game, and he kept holding out to long off, cow corner, and he's still hitting them, but he's not hitting them all the way.
Yeah.
And I think it's that media thing where it got in his head, and he just got so G'd up about it, where. Yeah, this man barely played a ramp shot before coming into the international side.
He actually had a technique.
Yeah, it was very good. Now I've seen him about in the last 7 games. I've seen like 5-6 different videos of like some bullshit ramp shot where sometimes he absolutely sends it, but I've seen a couple other times where it's got dismissed by this dumb shit. I'm thinking, we're not plug and playing, 2020. What's the ramp shot got to do with this? And once again, full credit to have the balls to play that against probably one of the best bowlers in the world right now, if not the best bowler in the world right now, being Bumrah. But you can't just pull that shit off and expect it to come all the time. But I think it was a media problem as well, where we absolutely glazed the shit out of it, thinking, oh my god, this is amazing. It is cool.
New toy vibes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And then, as you said, with the mentality, I don't think it's a lack of talent. I think it's just he thinks he's got to still follow through with this what we're loving him for.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me. I think it's a bit disappointing because I think. As a supporting nation, we've let him down.
100%.
I think as supporting him, we've done well, but as a nation, I think we could have done.
Well, it's like Jake Fraser. As soon as he had a few bad innings, it's like fuck him.
Yeah.
What's he done? He's just out of form.
Exactly. Yeah.
We've all been out of form in any sport that we've played.
Absolutely. That's how it goes. There's always slumps.
Any more questions?
Absolutely. I do have my 5th one, which I think is an interesting one. Do Australia abandon the quest for another all-rounder?
Yes, for the moment. At the moment. because I think Bo can do that at the moment. Green can do that.
Yeah.
So they've got two. Marsh can even do that. I know he's not bowling these days, but if needed, they all break their legs. He's still a person that can bowl. It's not fantastic. It's not quick, but it's Mitch Marsh. There. So he's got reps on the board. He knows what he's doing. But I think maybe for the next 5 summers, yes.
I think we should. And the thing is, we've tried. I'm still saying this because I still want Green to do well. We've tried. I'm going to say the Green experiment, but it's more than that. We've tried the Green experiment for so long, and we've fucked ourselves with having an extra bowler in the side because he can't bowl. And instead of you have these bowlers that are mentally prepping to bowl whatever, let's just say 25 overs in an innings, but they end up bowling 30 to maybe 35 because they've got that one less bowler. When if they prepped it, whether it be they're still selecting Green as just a specialist batsman or actually selecting a specialist batsman who bats at 3. In saying that, once again, I think Green can bat anywhere, and we've seen him play some insane cricket. I think some of the best batting I've ever seen. But I truly think we should abandon that quest for a bit.
100%.
We know that with the fact that we're still asking questions saying, can he bowl? I don't think that's the right way to go. Our all-rounder shouldn't be, can he bowl? It's, when is he going to bowl?
Yeah, when is he going to bowl? Because he will bowl.
Yeah.
Now, before I want to wrap this up in a way, before I shit on India's pitch conditions, I also wanted a slight defense. So, obviously, it was one of the worst pitches I've fucking seen since fucking who knows when. The SCG a couple Ashes ago, or wherever the fuck that was. Shout out to South Africa. I think we as world cricket fans have missed the point here. South Africa beat India in India under typical Indian conditions. But South Africa have very similar wickets to us. Bouncy, quick. First and foremost, South Africa, because we might be the first podcast to do this correctly. Well done. You beat India at their own game. Batting correctly is what I'd say. If you watched any of it, they really worked hard to just grind away.
Oh, absolutely.
Just a quick stat. A thick Bavuma, big thick with 16 Cs. God, he's got a back on him. 10 from 11 wins in his last starts. That would arguably make them the best Test cricketing nation in the world. I've seen no media coverage about it. They beat Australia for the Test Championship.
I mean, that's already seems well forgotten when they won. They won. They are the number one.
I just want to highlight, they were dead. They were dead in the water. South African Test cricket was getting tossed up between if you play Test, you can't play the SA20. This was 2 years ago.
Look at them now.
This is fresh. They are easily a top tier nation, if not a top 3. They just beat everyone's supposed first team. All I got to say is shout out South Africa. 2, that pitch was a disgusting disgrace to wickets. The BCCI is embarrassing. ICC should fine them, which I think.
Why would they fine themselves?
I think they said to the fucking guy, the curator, don't do that again. It's not his fault. He's getting told to do it a certain way.
Exactly. That will lose his job.
The quick defence I'll say is Australia, we prepare our wickets the way we think they should be played. But they're satisfactory enough for the other team to do okay. We're not putting a fucking jackhammer in the foothole of a leg spinner and going, how'd that get there? I'm hearing the pitch wasn't watered for 3 days prior to the test.
It was insane.
Which if you watched 9 balls, you'd see it. They need to be held accountable at some point because it's just getting to the point of embarrassment. I get it. You've got a certain condition where your spinners are going to fucking dominate. And when it doesn't happen, it's the curator's fault. No, it's fucking not. No. You just lost to it the better side on the 5 days.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, look, as you were saying.
Rant over.
No.
Middle-aged white man rants over Indian Test pitches. Part 302.
Well, it's going to be now Indian man rants over. It is a home ground. You're allowed to have your own advantage. But
100%. Agree.
There's got to be a line where it's like, all right, this is no longer just,
it's not even satisfactory.
It's just a disgrace. It's like that. There's this video that's been popping up again recently about an old match. I think it was Pakistan and maybe India. I can't remember. It was Pakistan and someone.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. the pitch looked like fucking glass.
Yeah,
it was great.
Crazy.
And I swear you could see your reflection on. I'm thinking, did they just smear lacquer? And it's just you see shit like that, and you're like, this is not right. This is
it's embarrassing, bro. It's actually embarrassing.
Yeah. There's for having fun. There's there's spicing up the game, but then this is just utter shithousery. It's not. I'm not on.
The thing that I have an issue with, you don't even have to bowl a good ball to get a wicket. And, and someone in the comments could say, you don't have to do that in general. Correct. But we're at the world test level where they've got let's just say a 50-cent coin piece area where it's like, please bowl there.
Yep.
And we'll see how he plays you.
Yeah.
And we'll work it from there.
Yeah.
They could put it on the fucking side of the fucking boundary rope and it bounces on middle stump.
Yeah.
Like... It's diabolical.
There's all for extorting the pitch when you find a dead spot or whatever, a turning spot, whatever you want to call
Lions had a career of it. Shout out Star.
Absolutely.
Shout out Star.
Yeah.
Just fucking
exactly.
trundling in there.
And that's excellent. That's how it should be. But when it's everywhere, then you lose a bit of the technicality of the test game. I still think it's silly, but if you see that in a limited overs game, you can kind of understand a little bit more. If you want to change it up a bit, I guess you could say, what's a max cricket? But test, you want to see the intricacies of each day. You want to see, all right, day one's a bit slow. Oh, it's ramping up at day two. Oh, day three's even more spicier. What the fuck's going on?
Day four, it's turning. Oh, shit.
Yeah. And next thing you know, day five, you got a team that needs to hold on for the draw.
And how cool would that be?
Yeah, and that's what we love. That's how not many people... unless you're like an avid cricket fan, not many people watch the day five of a draw.
Yeah. A natural deterioration of a pitch is cool. It's
absolutely,
cool to see.
Absolutely, but not forced deterioration.
Yeah,
you want to see it happen over time.
He's got a shotgun in the middle of the wicket just shooting pellets.
Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
I don't know, that's just my rant.
No, I'm with you there.
I've got nothing else to add. I just think South Africa need a bit of love.
Yep.
They won't get much for the next 6 weeks or however long the Ashes is going for.
Yeah.
But to win over there against an Indian side that's, can I just say, seems like they're losing a bit of identity.
Yep.
Sharma, big loss. That Kohli bloke, he's sort of a big loss.
Yeah, he's
Gilded
I think
bat.
they're missing with him as well.
Like, it's not the India team I've always grown up going like, oh fuck, there's a Tendulkar.
Yeah.
There's a Sehwag. There's a Ishant Sharma.
Yeah.
I don't have that fear. It's Bumrah, obviously.
There's no the next big man right now.
Like even Siraj doesn't really bother me. It's like, I'd say Ishant Sharma coming in when Ricky Ponting was walking out with his old eyeballs and going, shit.
Yeah.
Can he survive 30 balls?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I know Bumrah does have that effect, but the thing is, Bumrah isn't playing every match.
He can't.
He can't. He's being rested.
He'll die.
If he was, then I would have to disagree with you. But the thing is, yes, Bumrah is still their best bowler in the world right now.
100%.
But he's not playing enough.
Yeah, agreed.
And I understand that. You play him when you can play him. You got to keep him fit or keep him, I guess you could say, safe, and that's fine. But I agree with you in the sentiment where there was never there's not demand for India right now all the time. Someone there, Mr. Dependable. this is the guy.
Depth of squad is important, and I think they've got 400 million fucking to pick from.
Yeah.
And it just I'm not scared of them. I think the world game is like India. India.
That's the thing.
It's not it doesn't feel like a thing.
I think they need to. Well, I've been saying about for Australia in their own strategies of picking. I think while I was saying Australia should go the other way of how opening up the talent pool.
Yep.
I actually think India should close up the talent pool a bit, where they were very successful for a good amount of time bringing in new talent, and they got so much new talent with seeing who's succeeding in the Ranji Trophy, which is pretty much the Indian Shield, I guess you could say. And you found some amazing new talent.
The Trophy of War.
Yeah,
it should be renamed.
and you've got, you found this goddamn 14-year-old who's 14, 15, who's apparently a prodigy. And don't get me wrong, he's playing very well. But now it's like, all right, now we've got to close the pool up a bit. You've got too many people knocking on the doors, and you're forcing yourself with too many choices. Where I know it's hypocritical because I've just criticised the Australian team for something, but which is a complete opposite. But Indian players only have 1 or 2 matches to prove themselves, otherwise they're cut.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
And that's not enough time,
And Kohli's not there to baby you anymore. If I mean that in a nice way.
It's cutthroat.
If you're not Jaiswal, and he obviously loved Jaiswal, he's been very open about that. He had a pretty poor month, and he kept his spot right.
Absolutely.
If you weren't Jaiswal and best mates with Kohli back then, you were gone.
Yeah.
And I think that might bring their quality up, as you're saying, closing it off and going, you know what, boys, Your spot is up for grabs unless you're the captain.
Yep.
Or one of our 3 key bowlers. You're guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, everyone's on notice.
Yeah.
And it might. I mean, that's how Aussies were during the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, we got all this talent, but fuck, you better bat.
Yeah.
You better bowl. Like, so I don't know. That's just my point of view from the.
No, I get it.
I'm just not scared. There's no Kohli, there's no Sharma, there's no Sehwag, there's no.
I know they're going to be good. I mean, you know,
Sharma,
there's buckets of talents there, but
Yeah.
you're not getting that same sort of, oh my god, India coming down here.
There's no Tendulkar. Like, I'm not scared. I'm really like. Now that Kohli and Sharma and those boys, I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of blokes.
It's either that or everyone else is finally catching up again.
Like they've lost that intensity. I don't know. Something's missing.
I agree.
There's something missing, and I cannot put my finger on it. But fucking
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Do you got anything else to add?
Apart from a sign off, no. I think we've covered it pretty well. I'd say.
Well, shout out our sponsors regardless. We should have done this earlier. Whoops. Shout out to the Inclusion Crew. If you or yourself or anyone you know, cousin, family, uncle, auntie. They don't discriminate. If you are living with a disability or know someone living with a disability that needs support, help, shopping, sports, NRL's coming back up.
Assistance in any way possible.
Assistance any way possible. Contact them. Just
Absolutely.
even if it doesn't come to fruition, just contact them. Check out their webpage. See what they're about.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to just add on to that. You know, being familiar with the field as well.
Yep.
A lot of people, you know, they're very, very concerned when they think about, you know, this sort of assistance, support and whatsoever.
100%. It's a scary thing.
Yeah, and I understand it can be, but you know, being in this field, working in this field, you're meant to feel comfortable. One of the prime things isn't just, you know, giving the service. It's not like an Uber driver, which, you know, is like, oh, what the fuck's he gonna say? I hope I don't have to talk to him. Like, you know, the whole half of the service is creating a rapport with you, you know, feeling comfortable with you. Yeah,
agreed.
And so that's an important part which a lot of people should also take into consideration. You know, you get to know someone better. So I think that's a really important thing as well.
Yeah, and their website, the inclusioncrew.com.au. Obviously start with the www dots, but theinclusioncrew.com.au.
Getting better at it.
Got not much to add. I just want to quickly, 30 seconds of your time. Zach Lomax is fucked off.
Yep.
And apparently joined 360, but spanning the works, Parramatta fans. He's dogged you twice now, but he's officially dogged you. Manager's gotten scared. Manager's quit on Lomax, and now Lomax is jobless and possibly essentially being forced to go to French rugby.
Good fucking riddance.
Spewing.
Good fucking riddance.
Yeah, that's a footy wrap up because no one's doing anything bad, which I'm very happy with.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk on the Elias Katoa thing next episode, because I wanted to keep this very Ashes cricket orientated.
I'm sure Will has better insight than I will on as well.
This is our cricket Christmas, rugby league fans. This is like Christmas on meth.
It's a
plenty going on.
The cricket special podcast.
Yeah. So I'll get more into the Elliot Katoa thing because fuck me, that's wild. And yeah. That's it for me. Thanks for jumping on, Ravi. I really appreciate it, as per normal.
You're more than welcome. Just want to say, I know we've given our predictions, but hopefully England, you can fuck off.
Yeah, agree. Now that we can be biased, 5-0.
5-0, fuck off.
For 50 wickets.
We're going to retire your fucking spinner, force them into retirement. You know, we're going to have fucking Graham Swan part 2. More broken fucking arms.
Yeah,
we're going to see some more shitty helmets. Like, actually, it was pretty cool. But shitty helmets like Michael Carberry.
Because fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him all. Fuck England. Fuck the Barmy Army. Cannot fucking wait for the Ashes.
No, I don't mind the Barmy Army.
Oh, it's good, but we have to say fucking right now. They're very entertaining, but fucking right now. Up until, when's the last match? January?
No,
whatever it is. Sometime throughout the next year.
Yeah.
Fuck them until then. After that, have a great time. But
have a good holiday.
Yeah, have a good holiday. Hope you fly home safe, but fuck you guys.
Yeah, economy. Please put him on economy.
I hope he gets sunburnt.
Well, that's a guaranteed. Anyways, see yous.
See ya.